Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be diving into RedSeC and going over the key differences between this and Warzone as far as strategy is concerned. This game, it does not play like many of you guys are probably used to if you're coming from Warzone, Apex, whatever. This is very much more PUBG-esque. Guys, if you do enjoy it, please leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comment section below because I'm genuinely curious from all the Call of Duty players out there. Do you like RedSeC? All right, I feel bad. I can't solo queue, so I'm gonna have to dom this dude's gameplay. I'm trying to be as dramatic as possible so the bitch would leave, but he's just sitting here like, no, I'm good. All right, it's gonna make my life a lot harder since I have to dom a teammate. I feel bad, Alex Soul brother. I'm sorry, but you gotta win those, homie. All right, so this game is drastically different than Warzone in almost every sense of the imagination when it comes to BR. It honestly kind of feels a little bit more like DMZ, just how the loot is. Looting vehicles and just random shit around the map. But as far as strategy is concerned, you need to play extremely quick in the beginning. And then once you have your loot, slow it the fuck down. This, in my opinion, now I've only played 10 games. I won my first one and I then won 4 more. So I won 5. I'm 5-5. And all the games that I won but one, so 4 of those games, I played extremely slow. Playing the zone, cleaning up the edge. And the difference between this Battle Royale and the other one in Warzone is the fact that the white circle continuously moves. Whereas in Warzone, you had the circle closing in, then you had the next zone, it was static. It just stayed right there. And then once the zone collapsed, then it just moved somewhere else. This one, you can't really predict. It's a lot harder, which helps a lot against camping. But going into the conversation of camping, there's a lot of campers in this game because again, it is slow pace. It's got a very PUBG feel to it and you need to adapt. A lot of you guys that are used to like slide canceling, me included, slide canceling, going through doors, breaking cameras, you can still do a little bit of that in this game. But with duos and quads, especially quads, you're going to struggle big time. Is the bus moving or is he? What's happening? Is he crawling while ADS? You can do that. I'm learning shit right now. But you have to loot fast. So I mean, this is my teammate. I've screwed him over. It is what it is. Battlefield, fix your game. Let me solo queue. But he's playing the edge, so he has to rotate. So the fact that he decided I'm gonna land here, you need to loot fast. I don't care if there's enemies nearby. I don't really give a shit because you're gonna put yourself in a very unfortunate spot to where all these other compounds have teams who are already now looting, and by the time we get there, will be fully looted. And we've got nothing. We just dropped a blue weapon, a blue rarity, for a silver sniper. Crazy. And now, unfortunately, my bad, brother. He's gotta res me. And look, I told him in squad chat I gotta go. My house got hit by a bus. Sorry. He don't seem to give a shit, so I shouldn't either. So again, when you pick a landing spot, you have to one of two options. You either A, get aggro and fight, which I really don't recommend, or B, loot up, get something, and then fight, and or rotate, depending on the situation. All right, he is getting us back. Now, this is a really cool aspect. I do like this. It puts a lot more risk versus reward. This is one of the things I really love in this game as opposed to Warzone. Warzone in the early days, there weren't many redeployments. You literally could just get bought back or the gulag, and that was it. And buy stations then were a lot more valuable because money was more scarce and, well, people can't buy stations back then. Now Warzone's just like, flare, redeploy token, gulag, wait, I got a gulag token too. Wait, another flare, wait, buyback, 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 buyback. I mean, it's just constant just dopamine spikes over and over and over again. Poor Bass, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, homie. And the reason a lot of you guys are like, why don't you just play with them? I want to lock in. This is my first video back in almost 2 years. I want to lock in and just be. I'm so sorry, brother. I want to be locked in with the commentary. I don't want to have to worry about anything else right now. I will be posting. I think we'll post my first one in the next few days, and kind of coach you guys through that because look, I'm learning too. You're learning. We're all learning. This is. No one has the perfect tips and tricks right now. So I'm gonna actually break down my gameplay on our first win. I think I got 7, maybe 9 kills. And I made a lot of mistakes. So we're gonna be focused on the good things that I did as well as the mistakes. But going back to the buy station, I love the fact that if your teammate dies, there's risk to him getting aggro and putting himself in a bad spot, right? And that's the beauty behind this game. There's a lot more risk versus reward. Your life actually feels like it matters, whereas in Warzone, you just kept coming back, so you could put yourself in stupid spots. And I always, even in Warzone, coached off of strategy, and this is what this game is bred for, because you can't just dive into a 1v2, a 1v4, and slide cancel your way in and out. You have to play for loot. You have to play for positions. You have to play your life, or you're gonna cost your own as well as your teammates. So right now, not really much your boy Alex can do. I was kind of hoping he'd die off a little bit earlier. But here we are. And again, we really don't have much for loot. And this is just going back to the beginning of the video. He landed in a weird spot, didn't hardly loot anything, laid in the back of a truck. It is what it is. You're almost better off getting in a fight and dying than just wasting your time. And I feel like this is what this is. This is just a monumental waste of time. We're trying to take advantage of a third-party situation, which I'm not against. But again, we're under-looted, and we're not really in a good spot. Position-wise, we're in a kill box. Everything around us is higher. There's going to be a lot of people rotating in, especially from this compound. If they hear us and they see the artillery strike, they're going to make their way over and take us out. It is weird being back, by the way, guys. It really is. A lot of you guys kept messaging me like, am I coming back? And you know, Warzone's great. The more I play this, the more I realize Warzone has a special place in my heart still. It's a whole different type of gameplay. Oh, never mind. It was an artillery strike, not a footstep. But I just kind of got burnt out, man. You know, Warzone, the same thing for 5 years. I wanted something different, and thankfully Battlefield has given it to us. Is this game going to be worth grinding? I'm really not sure. A lot of you guys are probably asking the same question. As far as that's concerned, you got to go back to Warzone 1 days, right? Look at how Warzone was when it first released in the first 6 months in its infancy. How did it perform? Well, it was COVID, so you got to take the player base and the player counts out of the mix. How much fun did you have? Was it slower? Was it faster? And the answer to that is it was a lot slower compared to what it is now. Light years different. If you were to take the very original Warzone build and compare it to now, I mean, it is 2 different games. So I think it plays a lot more like this than you guys give it credit for. Saying that, Battlefield's in its infancy. Who knows what's going to be in 6 months? If you guys like strategy, if you guys enjoyed PUBG, this game's probably going to be for you. I am more of a strategy mindset. So this game for me is more for me, but at the same time, I kind of like the aggro ability. You just saw him, brother, that you can have in Warzone. Okay, we've got 2 heat signatures, or at least 1. I think the other one was a flame in that building. We had the mortar strike, which we could take advantage. He's going for another redeploy. Yo, okay, Alex, you're the homie, and I love you. Please don't res me. My controller broke into pieces because the bus ran that bitch over. All right, so we have a fight going on in front of us, taking shots. Now, I'm not sure exactly with this game. And again, I would love to have a conversation with you guys in the comments because I need to know everyone's experience. When it comes to sniping in Battlefield and like Conquest, Breakthrough, I'm a demon. I've dropped over 100 kills. I've maxed everything out on the recon class in the first couple days because I'm a sweat. I can hit my shots. This game here, it's like sometimes I'll hit my shot, but very rarely. I cannot snipe for shit for some reason. And I feel like the servers might be an issue because I'll literally be aiming at the motherfucker's head and then nothing. Let me know your guys' opinions and experiences if you did have some sniping experiences. I also like with this game too. Now we haven't gotten far enough into like the meta builds. I know there's a few out there, but we really don't know what the best of the best of the best is. But I like the fact that like we have a little bit of bloom. I like the fact we have I'd rather no bloom, but I like it because it kind of compensates for the recoil. It brings a little bit more recoil feeling to it. Instead of just like Call of Duty where you're beaming bitches, you actually have to hold down. I also like the fact that they're banning Cronus's. I love it. And again, going back to the slow pace, I mean, this is going to be typical gameplay. I love the map. The map, by the way, is amazing. It is probably one of my favorite maps. What the fuck? Okay. I wouldn't do that personally, but it's an option if you like doing wrong things. I'm not really sure why I did that. I mean, yeah, even if it hits them, there's a building, it's going to cause a little bit of damage. You're going to get hit markers. It's not really going to do much of anything. We have a blip left side, bottom level. I don't like the fact we're just sitting in here. Again, you can play the outside balconies. You can play the rooftops. You want to play slow as far as like rotating and pushing enemies. But when you have the leverage advantage on the enemy, for instance, he's here now, but he was here. Nice. When that sensor went off, because he was right here, let's get on the balcony and shoot down on him. But we were able to get the knock. I don't know where his teammate is. Again, I don't like as well when you're pushing to execute, use your other gun. Whip out your auto, because if his teammate's close by or if there's another team rotating in from the edge and you get caught out with a sniper in your hand, you're gonna look real dumb. That's, again, that's basic FPS 101. Don't push enemies with the sniper rifle when there could be more. Unless you're just a quick scoping demon. But again, when you look at the zone, notice how it moves, right? What this is, I didn't know if I liked it at first, but I really do, because instead of being like, oh shit, I'm just gonna sit in this building the whole time because the circle's perfectly around it and this is centered, it's gonna constantly move, and you can kind of guess where it's gonna be, but you just don't really know. I kind of feel bad. Your boy's fucking him up. We might have won if I played. I know someone in the comment section is gonna go in on me like, you just fucked Alex up, bro. He was good. You asshole. You asshole. Y'all gotta be nice to me. It's my first video back in like 30 years. Y'all can't be yelling at me right away. And honestly, I'm a fan. I really enjoy playing the edge of the zone in this game. Like I said, half of our wins, we did play the edge, and it worked out really well. You can put yourself in a real bad position, and I'll probably post that gameplay too. We did end up winning that game, which was crazy. But we were playing the edge, and we basically had to go, I think it was over here, through downtown. And we were, I'm breaking my gameplay down and we're in a whole nother game right now, but he ain't doing shit. This is high ground, this is a hill. We were up here and we had to rotate down here, and you had all these guys in the buildings and stuff, and the edge of the zone was really pushing us in. So we had to rely on smokes and God to protect us. So just, I say that to say, like, when you're playing the edge, just be very aware. If you see it pushing towards an area with a lot of buildings, you may want to just pre-rotate early and not play the fucking edge, or you can put yourself in a bad spot. But again, every strategy will change based on the layout of the map, based on where the enemies are laid out at, based on the fact that, why is my mouse so damn big? Yo, if Alex pulls this off, which it's duos, he really could. If he pulls this off, dude, I'm giving away 2 controllers in this video. If he pulls this off, I'm giving away 2 controllers in this video. Also, guys, trust me, if you're trying to find, Alex got the, damn it, he's got it. He's that dude. Check out aim controllers today, guys. We got a Black Friday sale coming up. Make sure you guys utilize code SAVAGE at checkout to get a massive discount. Again, the beautiful thing behind this, whether you're playing Conquest, whether you're playing this, that, whatever mode, is the fact that you have paddles, dude. But every controller has paddles. Not these TMR joysticks. I don't know if you guys ever fuck with TMR joysticks. I didn't know what it was. I don't even know what it stands for, but this controller has them. It's like, it's like force feedback. They're so accurate, they're so precise. No stick drift. I've been playing with this for, probably like 6 months. And I put some hours in on it. Get down the street, homie! Check out aim controllers today. Link in the description below. Use code SAVAGE at checkout. Oh no, oh no, oh no, no, you gotta wait. Okay, look. When you're about to do that shit, wait for your health to come back all the way and then play it up fully. That was ballsy. You're lucky they suck. I don't like this. I don't like this play because I do as far as killing them, but I think they're gonna push up on us. If they didn't push up, they're dumb. But, okay. I feel like I have real bad ADD right now. So if you're gonna come up on this roof, you at least want to peek. He barely looked. He looked at the edge. He's like, oh, I'm good. At least want to peek. So now what we've done, the reason why I didn't like this is I assume the enemies would push. If you have the enemy cracked, AKA Alex is cracked, you then push up. What I don't like is the fact that now the enemies are going to be gatekeeping us. So we have to get a knock and or pray that they get in a third party and or rotate the opposite direction, which is what he's doing. So good on Alex for not rotating towards the guys he's shooting at. But again, we could have got those kills a lot more efficiently, just not playing the top of the building, playing the bottom, playing the fence right here, waiting for the two guys to come to us, utilize our sniper and our LMG to take them out. All that rambling, I'm gonna summarize it for you. If you have a fight with an enemy and the gas is pushing you guys in, or the fire's pushing you guys in, you want to get in front of them. You want to get in front of them. He's missing. You can see he's missing. Also, I'm gonna make a settings guide, a sensitivity guide. When it comes to spectating in this game, and I've tested it, it's extremely accurate. Where he's aiming is exactly where the bullet's going. There's no delay like there was in Warzone. Where he's aiming is exactly where it's going. But quick tip, turn your ADS sensitivity down. Me, for instance, I run a sensitivity. I don't know what it is. I think it's 20. I don't know. But I took my ADS sensitivity and cut it, I think, 30% down. So let's say my sense is 20. I think my ADS sense is like a 13 or 14. What it does is when you ADS, instead of having like jagged movements, you have to move your hand or your finger a lot more to make it move. And why is that important? Well, when he's sniping, you notice he lines it up on the head, but then it moves at the very end when he pulls the trigger, when he presses the mouse, when he milks the grip on the controller and the controller moves. When you hit it, a lot of people's fingers would move with it because the controller moves. But if you have a thicker sense, lowered sense, those small micro movements that you're doing when you're pressing your controller and you're having seizures won't be affected. It'll barely move it. High sensitivity, if you breathe on that motherfucker, you're doing 360s. Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh my God. The enemies did a great job picking that building. I'm surprised no one's on the roof. But we need to make our way to the building. I don't know why we're wrapping this wide. We could get on the roof of this building too, which when you got a sniper, I wouldn't mind seeing. I would like to see him grab an SMG. SMGs are really fucking powerful. You can outshoot a sniper with an SMG in this game. I don't know what it is with FPSs. I don't know what it is with FPSs where SMGs are like just lethal, but yeah, they can beam at 100, 200 meters out. All right, so there was a team already on that building. I'm surprised they didn't shoot at us while we were shooting at the other enemies. Continue alone. Let's spectate. Let's see. So we've got these two guys. Good on them. You got a teammate fighting over the right-hand side. Normally, when one teammate fights, they both look the same direction. So Alex going up the stairs, he probably assumed they were both fighting the same direction. But good on Jack Jacos TTV for watching their backside. That was actually a really good play. You don't see that often. It's very basic. It's very common sense. But I'd say 70% of teams don't do that shit. They see gunshots. They're like, where? And they want to get the kill. But good on Jack. Otherwise, it could have been a 1v2 they would have lost. Now, look, the zone is rotating. This is going to be a very bad rotation for us. We've got a wide-ass open street we got to get to. The building's going to get pushed out after. So let's see how this plays out. There's a lot of teams left as well. A lot. Good use of the drone. Great use. And this is another thing I love about this game are the classes. Each class has its own unique kit. I love that, especially in game. This is how using that recon drone is how I won my last game that I won. All right, we got guys on the rooftop. We need to try our best to get a pick here. This is gonna really suck. Now, endings like this when they're wide open, it's all about your aim accuracy. Can you get the kills? Can you get the knocks? That's it. No, are the other teams gonna fight each other? There's nothing you can really do strategically. You're just all kind of fucked. There's probably a team under us, and then I would imagine everyone else is in that building over there. Not sure. I don't. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Just in case. It's cool you can pick it back up, so it's kind of worth. But look, I really... I really wouldn't worry too much about it. Keep checking, keep looking. But again, you want to be focused on this. Again, the zone actually is looking like it's rotating. more towards the building. I think this is center. So building's actually going to be the play. Now look, remember, we're both focused on this fight right now, but there's still 4 teams besides us left. So we need to, one of us needs to keep scanning around. Like that Jack did that. You've got a fight going on in the 2 stories above. We're going to have to jump off, put ourselves very vulnerable. We might want to rotate early and plan to not jump off the roof. If we jump off the roof and parachute, we're going to get fucking beamed. So a little bit earlier of a rotation would have been better. Oh. I think it's funny that they're not fighting each other. I also think it's weird our teammate's not helping us. He's on the ground level. Good job rotating on left side. Oh, that was a good job using the building as cover and jumping off the left side and using that corner. That was great. All right, here we are spectating your boy drinks for free and his teammate Stud Muffin. And again, when you first land, well, first off, we shouldn't be looting the same thing. Loot's very scarce in this game. It is what it is. It reminds me of like Modern Warfare 2, Warzone, where they basically had a, I was gonna say nerf, they had a buff plates, buff loot. Sorry, I had a seizure because there are enemies running around us. My ADD is going crazy. We do have enemies around us. We, again, need to start looking towards the audio. The audio isn't the best. No sense bitching about it. It is what it is. It is worse than Warzone as far as footsteps is concerned, which is strange to say. I didn't think it could get worse than Warzone. But there's enemies near us. Now going back to looting again, there's not much loot, so you want to try to loot different boxes so you both get shit. If we're both focused on 1 or 2 boxes, we're not going to have much of anything. He does have a shotty as well as the AR, and he has the AR as well as the revolver, and he's got a good one too. This AR really beams. Now I haven't really been using loadouts as much as I probably should, just because I've been testing the weapons and testing this, testing that, trying to get a feel for what I like to use. But when I did use this gun, we dropped like 11 kills. So it was a beast. All right, let's look at the map. Where are we at? So the zone hasn't started rotating in yet. We are in Marina. It's going to be a hard rotate out of this area. You're going to have a lot of people golf court, a lot of people fleet. And again, because of the zone, it's most likely going to be somewhere centered. And here we are laying prone. All right, love it. Love the hustle. I love the fact that we know we got to get shit done. Missions are also a great way to get stuff, obviously. And I think that's why there's probably not a loot around the map. It's to force you to do missions, which is understandable to an extent. Come on. Hey, you gonna pick it up? You thinking about it? Oh, he's upgrading. The upgrading weapon's pretty cool too, I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty sick. Guy in the street. Okay, that was interesting choice. Brother, reload your gun, homie. We have a small twig as cover. We're launching everything. We're not reloading. We gotta get to safety. No, what? No, your teammate is to the right. What are we doing? This is not Call of Duty. Slow down. Never mind. He's worse than you are. Don't do that shit. All right? Don't. Knock. I get it, but we didn't have to push up, because if that was me and I heard you pushing, I know there's a little bit of delay. I would have stopped resin. I would have fucking fucked you up. Or I actually never would have gone for the res in the first place. I would have played it like I was resing, and I would have shot your ass when you're crossing in the open. He still could have got the kill by playing this hill, because if you look right here, there's a little ridge that his teammate went down and hid behind, and all he had to do was play that ridge and shoot over it. That's it. That's all you had to do. And this is what I'm talking about with this game as opposed to Call of Duty. It worked, but don't rely on that shit always, especially in quads, especially if there's multiple teams, or even if just that duo would have had a little bit more brainstem, a little bit more IQ, that could have gone a lot differently. Pushing up there like that, oof, was risky. Now, something I would like to see, regardless of the missions and all this other shit, more fucking plates, please. More plates. Is that the tank? Oh yeah, it's the tank. He said, "Fuck my teammate, bro." Yeah, you run. What the? I don't know why you're prone in the open like that, but it worked. One thing I will say I like about this game as opposed to Warzone, seems to be zero SBMM. Zero, which I love. I love it. And honestly, in this game, really anybody could die. It's anybody's game. You could have this guy who doesn't seem to be that good kill one of the best players in the world, just again, by sheer luck, by third party, by rotation, strategy, whatever the case is. I think this game is a lot more manageable for casuals than Warzone is. Now, the sweats could still go ham in this game, but I feel like without SBMM and just how the game is made, this is going to appease all players, except for the people who just love slide cancel and dropping 50s every game. This won't appease them, but I don't think they're happy in general. All right, so now we've got our teammate back, thanks to the second chance. Now, when he's up here, he needs to be scanning around, looking, calling to his teammate if there's anybody nearby. Obviously, there wasn't because all of this is not looted. So our teammate is probably going to be safe rotating to us. And again, you really got to be prepared for it to be a slower game and enjoy it. The cool thing about this, and the reason why I love PUBG, and it's still one of my favorite BRs ever, is like when you died, you got to bullshit and talk and eat your food, eat your snacks, beat off whatever you wanted to do. You can do shit. Warzone is just like, the thing I hate about it is it's just constant go. It's just like nonstop, which a lot of people like. I'm too old for that shit. I got a kid like come in here, give me a hug. My wife yelling at me like, you need to take a shower. It's been 6 months. Just stupid shit. I got stuff to do. Y'all got stuff to do. So that's why I love this, right? What I don't like is the fact that there's no game chat. You can talk to your team, you can talk to your squad, but there's no public game chat, so you can't talk shit. Now, it seems like we're decently looted. I would, again, go back to doing some missions, maybe get a loadout drop. He's set for life. Stud Muffin's he's got some shit right here, boy. But drinks for free is struggling, so let's go off. Speak of the devil. Loot these motherfuckers fast, too, because when these fall, people are coming, and they're coming hot. Told you. Oh, he's back. Oh, no. Tanks. How do you feel about them? Like them, love them, hate them? I fucking hate them. But it does bring more of a cinematic feel to the game, so the casual in me, and I have been more casual lately, the casual player in me likes them. The competitive player in me wishes whoever came up with that idea got fired. Obviously being dramatic. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about them, man. My second game, we got top 3. I was gonna win it. I was about to go back to back my first 2 games, and I got killed by a tank with Stone Mountain driving. I was fucking pissed. I was fucking pissed. I never talked shit about Stone Mountain in my life, but I was saying some things. Oh, they're pushing. Now look, we need to get together. I understand your boy wants to loot, and loot is important, but you do not want to get loot hungry to the point where you're putting yourself in a bad position. You've got a tank on your ass, rotating on the edge of the next zone. You're going to have players here. And now we have the separation. So if you run into a 1v2, like your boy Stud Muffin just did, G-Bar is going to clap his cheeks. Worse than Mia Khalifa from some dirty stranger. And it's like, you know, it's cute. We're sitting here, we're gatekeeping, but we should again start focusing on either A, clearing it so our teammate can get his shit back because he had some really great weapons. Lower your sensitivity. You see that jiggle movement, and a lot of you guys, if you take shots and you miss a lot of your shots, look at where your bullets are going. Look at where crosshair is. If you notice your micro corrections are overshooting, undershooting, tweak your sense. And look, he might have thought that was that dude's teammate. I get it. And I respect him for not instant executing. But here's a secret. I'm going to say it quietly. If you take their dog tags, their teammates get marked on the map. Granted, if he would have taken his dog tags, he probably would have got killed by them anyway. But at least playing that situation, playing that area, he might have heard extra footsteps. Things might have went differently. Play the fight at hand. I understand you might have thought his teammate was the one you were shooting at originally in the street, but he's not an immediate threat. Clear the area around you He was just staring at the fucking machine. I mean, there's no tips or strategies of that at all. And look, COD, we would go in on campers, bro. I would slay them. I'm not saying you have to sit behind a counter like your boy Mad Benny, but you're gonna see this a lot. Not really sure what we're doing. We need to, it's a 1v1. We've got this. He's got no cover. He would have died regardless. And everything's easier to say in hindsight, but like if I was in that situation, I get the kill, I'm wanting, I'm not vaulting over a fence where people are probably gonna be looking at. Gunfire just happened in this area, and 2 different attempts to get your teammate back just happened in this area, so people around us can see it on the map. You can see, let's see, yeah, you can see if they're getting teammates back, so it attracts attention. Saying that, if you finish a gunfight, just grab the nearest piece of cover, a car, lay put in a bush, plate the fuck up. Or if you're not plated, at least wait for your health bar to come back. I'm not a fan of Ryan being in the street. I really wish we could see the kill count. I really hope they change that. Footsteps. He hears it too. There's a guy to our right as well. Behind us, behind us, behind us, left. Footsteps are bad in this game. Footsteps are absolutely terrible. I'll give it to you. But damn. Nice. Fucking nice, homie. I don't know why we just smoked the enemy out. Huh. The whole smoke play kind of confused me. It worked. Maybe he knows something I didn't. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me know what y'all think. But I would at least save the smoke for like a rotation. Although we do have 3 more. So we need to get Ryan back. Now, the one thing that really sucks is the redeploy things can only be used once by anyone on the map. And judging by this, there's only 1 left. 2 left. That's going to be out. Maybe I'm blind. 3 left. All right, there's a few of them. But the last one in zone is being used right now, so I don't think we're going to get our teammate back. Never mind. It's right. Why is that one so small? I'm blind, guys. I got new glasses. My eyes aren't working. I don't know. Again, I love this. I love the fact that like you put yourself in the worst position if you're here. I love it. Footstep. Maybe a gunshot in the background. They sound the same. I just really like what they've done in this game. Like the sensor, you can literally pick it right back up, place it down somewhere else, pick it back up. I love that. It's the small things in this game. I love the fact that you could have a team of campers camping in a building and someone launches a mortar strike on it and it blows the whole fucking building up. I love it. Now we do have a chopper and we do have this still. I honestly would make a play. I'd go to the chopper. You want to be on this side of the street anyway because that's where the circle's rotating to. Take the chopper, try your best to go over there. Hell, have your teammate get some guns and actually have a chance. Again, I don't really like fighting somebody like this. I understand we're playing cover, but our entire back is vulnerable to people around us. So I'm going to throw a nade on the left side of this vehicle. So you have 2 players to our left. Oh no. I hear footsteps. Yeah, to our left, right behind us. And we, again, this is a perfect example of how this is not Call of Duty. You cannot just run in and 1v2 a squad. Footstep, footstep, footstep. Also, similar to Warzone, don't fucking loot until you play your life. Play the area. Crazy talk. All right, good job on the enemy getting out of that building area, putting himself behind cover, which was the wall, and playing it. Because again, we stayed on the edge. He put himself between us and the next zone, and we had to run to him with no cover. All right, so here we are, down to us, 1v11. We've got the circle rotating hard. You're going to probably have an enemy team coming from this area, so keep your eye on the left-hand side. Watch the weapon drop. Getting sniped at, and we're still going to loot. Oh yeah, we need to... Hell yeah, let's get the defibs. Defibs. Now, this is not something I want to see you do. at all. Glints to the left too. He's gonna get his head popped off. When I'm sniping and I get shot, I have flinch. I'll flinch to the moon. But everyone else that snipes, if I beam them, they don't flinch. So I don't know. But I definitely have learned not to challenge a sniper with anything that's not a sniper. Again, where'd they come from? That's right, they came from the weapons cache. Weird. So weird. All right, 2v5 situation. It's a 2v2v1. v2. We're rotating. I like the fact we didn't go under the bridge. You know there's going to be a team there. You know there's going to be a team there. There's going to be a team by the Bradley. We better pray to God they don't get in that Bradley. Now, I don't like the fact we're staying on the bridge. We're going to have to jump off. Again, I want to rotate in. I either A, want to take that Bradley and utilize it, but beware, there may be shit around it that'll blow it up. They may blow it up instantly. Who knows? See the trace just coming from the rooftop. Again, I really wouldn't worry about that fight. They've got to rotate in a couple seconds. You focus on positioning first, because this is going to suck.
Hey, you got it. Strike inbound.
The longer it takes for us to rotate, the more chance the enemy team has to rotate and again block us from the next zone. What are we doing, brother? Get off of this area. I'm pretty sure we're getting shot from over here as well. Yeah, they were. Another team on the bridge. All right, this team's actually looks like they're trying to push up. It's a 2v2v fight, so we really don't have to worry about our left-hand side. Just stay focused on what's in front of you. Again, we could start rotating. Our teammate's gonna go ahead for it. Enemy's trying to make a play as well, and you want to grab that high ground. Right now, your boy's gonna be in a 1v2 situation. I don't like it. I don't even know where the second guy is, but he goes down because we didn't travel with him. We did get a knock. It's now 1v1, but we've got to jump off, and we're getting sprayed at right now. He is further back. We're gonna get the res off and really force this 1v2. I like this. So the enemy back there did not play with his teammate like I thought he was going to, and they're going to lose because of it. Now look, we're both up. Let's take advantage of it. Shoot him, bitch. Shoot him with your gun. Shoot him with your gun. He's panicking. He's panicking. I don't know if I doubt he res his teammate. I highly doubt it. But look, we want to, I don't know, maybe they know something I don't. Oh, he did res him. What the fuck? Wait, I'm still learning. I thought that was player count. That's the amount of teams. Ignore the last 5 minutes. Am I gonna edit this out? No, because we're all learning. Well, that is embarrassing. Yeah. So I guess yeah. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do with my hands. There are 3 teams left, I think. I think that's what that means. Guy under the bridge taking shots. Like I said earlier, you know people are gonna be playing under the bridge. That's obvious. It's cover. It's concealment. You're protected from airstrikes. You do not. No. Oh my God. I would have reloaded first, but hey, it worked.
Let's move.
Footsteps. Here's something on the right. I'm not sure exactly what it is. There are still 3 teams somehow alive. Even though I haven't done Warzone in a few years, like I still have that Warzone mindset. I swear I thought that was player count. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking.
Fire support.
When you just hold, just wait for the airstrikes to finish and just hold your position. I think it's a 2v1v1. I don't have no idea if the 2 teammates that the last squad was fighting ended up getting the res off. I have no idea. Oh shit. See what our teammate's gonna do. He's gonna look left. Enemy rotated on us. Great job. Great play on the enemy squad. Oh, this is bad. Brother! Brother! He's been playing too much Conquest. I get it. I respect it. I respect the shit out of it. But when you didn't see him to the right, I mean, you didn't know he was there. I can't just be like, you should have known. But I mean, if you don't see him to the right, he got a knock. What's he most likely going to do? He's most likely going to wrap for an execute. Nonetheless, the moment you saw him, instead of just saying, fuck it, YOLO, and dive in on his ass, back up, switch to your weapon, and get the shots off. You might have lost, you might have won, but you basically committed suicide just now, trying to get the res off. GG's nonetheless, guys. Guys, look, I don't know if I'm back or not, but if there's a game that I can teach people to play, I'm going to be here for it. Again, Warzone got a little stale after 5 years of basically the same shit. They didn't change anything. So the fact we got something else that actually rewards strategy, I'm very excited for. I'm going to be here as long as I feel like it. So guys, I hope you have a good one. It's a good time in gaming right now. We got a lot of great single player games dropping. They had Outer Worlds 2, which is very Fallout New Vegas vibes. I've enjoyed it. You've got Arc Raiders that released literally today. And then you have this game also. And then the next Warzone comes out, I think 18,000 months away. They just taking their sweet motherfucking time because they got more money than God and they don't have to do with it. But y'all be good. Y'all take care. Let me know in the comments section again how you feel about the game.